Hey, people of St. Thomas. It's been quite a few weeks these past few weeks. With everything that's been going on in the White House, with the overturn of DACA and putting all those dreamers, those undocumented children at risk, as well as the numerous other things that have been going on in the White House these days, can seem a bit overwhelming. And if that wasn't enough, then we also have to think about all the hurricanes that are going through. The most recent one in Houston, as well as the one that's about to hit Florida and has hit Puerto Rico and Cuba, and just so much devastation all the way around. Becky, I know, this past Sunday preached about Houston and the recovery there. She said that we have a choice. We have a choice on how we're going to live. She cited Joel Osteen and Lakewood Church and the choices that they made, and to say that they made bad choices is perhaps a gross understatement. And it wasn't until social media outcry that they chose to actually house victims from the hurricane in Houston, despite having a huge facility and a great, wonderful new church. I couldn't help but think, as we build a new church, perhaps that could be us. Now we're not going to have a church that can fit hundreds of thousands of people, but we will have a wonderful new church. And I began to think, how are we going to use it? How are we going to use our facilities? This day and age, I find myself in conversations which are important about what the church is going to look like, what exactly the finish is going to look like, and all the little details that make the church. But I think perhaps what we should be really concerned about is what we'll be doing in that church. Who are those people that are going to reside in that church? I know we stand on the shoulders of spiritual giants. As Bishop Robinson reminded us, we have a great and glorious history. We are the people who, in the 1980s, were doing funerals for people with AIDS when no one else would touch them. We are a church that is known for reaching out to the margins. But I wonder today, who are on the margins today? Who are we not reaching? There are so many people, especially given all that's going on in the world, so much need, so much opportunity for us to be the church that God is calling us to be. I wonder what historians will say about the people of St. Thomas at this time in our history, as we await our new building, as we move into our new building. Who is God calling us to be? I encourage you to reach out to people on the margins. I encourage you to challenge me, challenge other leaders to go beyond our comfort zones. Do not simply rely on me to come up with your own suggestions and your own ways for us to be the church that God is calling us to be. I hope to see you in church this Sunday as we continue to grow together in Christ and be that church. See you on Sunday.